And a glimmer of hope for the unemployed here in the Bay Area. The high-tech sector is expected to increase its workforce significantly in the coming year. Gil Diaz reports from Silicon Valley, where companies are adding thousands of jobs.
A new workforce development study says 58% of Silicon Valley tech companies expect to hire more workers within the next year, a growth of roughly 5%. But that percentage is lower than what companies expected to hire when they were surveyed in May. Back then, companies predicted a hiring growth of 11%.
As percentage-wise, I'm trying not to look at that. I'm trying to stay on the positive and not think about what job is where. I know there's a job for everybody out there.
According to Nova Workforce Development, one of the obstacles employers are experiencing, finding qualified workers for very specific duties.
As an example, we often hear the request for an engineer with a master's degree and 2 years of experience. In addition to that, they want all the new bells and whistles: social media, mobile apps, cloud computing.
David LeDrew is reinventing himself since being laid off in April. As a graphic designer, 40% of his experience involved video. Now he wants to increase that video experience to nearly 90%.
It's one of the easiest things to do is reinvent yourself and look back at your career and what you've done, and then highlight some of your job tasks as towards what you want to be.
In order to get ahead and land those very specific job vacancies, Nova recommends enhancing your skills. Also, when talking to prospective employers, show them some of the projects you've been working on. Proving that your creativity and skills haven't gotten stale goes a long way. Reporting from Sunnyvale, Gil Diaz, CBS 5.
And jobs instead of paying taxes. That's what tech companies in Silicon Valley are lobbying for in Congress, a tax holiday on money they bring home from abroad. And they have banded together with pharmaceutical companies to push for a rate of 5% on repatriated earnings versus the current 35% rate. They say if they could invest the money in their own operations instead of paying the tax, they could create millions of jobs. The suspects accused of beating Brian Stowe appeared in a Los Angeles